Hi, those that are joining me. I am doing Tarot Tuesday. So if you would like a reading, it is $15 on PayPal or $20 on Superchat. For my members, it will be $11.16 respectively. If you would like a general reading, those prices are on my website, and I will do it live here if you'd like. I actually have a sale going on right now, so you can take advantage of that. Just no legal, health, pregnancy questions, and no questions like, is this person my twin flame or soulmate? Because I don't answer that stuff, okay? But if you want a specific question, there's that. I am here. I am just posting stuff like on Instagram and stuff like that. So I'm here. Okay, so if you are just joining me, I am doing live Tarot Tuesday. I do this every Tuesday. I answer questions, I chit chat, all of that sort of stuff. Questions are $15 on PayPal or $20 on Super Chat per specific question. If you're a member of mine, you can get it for $11 on PayPal or $16 on Super Chat. General readings, I will do them here live if you pay for it. The prices are on my website, but don't book it on my website because that'll book you out. Just let me know which one you want, and you can pay it on PayPal or Super Chat. I'll tell you the difference in price if you're doing Super Chat, because it takes a fee from me to do on Super Chat, okay? And I will do it live on here on the live. If you have any general questions in regards to spirituality, manifestation, the twin flame journey, as long as it's not personal, I will answer it here on the live. That's part of the chit chat. And don't be shy. You can chat with me. You can text in the chat. I know I have a few people that keep coming in and leaving and coming in and leaving. I see you. Hi, Soya. How are you? I hate it when that happens. Like, you wake up and you're like, what the fuck did I do? You know? Did I, like, have some type of battle in my dream? You know? I'm good. I was up last night, so I didn't get a whole lot of sleep until this morning. Um, just like doing random shit. Like, I bleached my roots, so that's done. I just got a tone today. And was obsessing on TikTok, just watching stuff. Now I understand, like, people told me that once you get TikTok, like, you're going to be just watching shit. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, if you did a cord removal, you've got to be really gentle with yourself, because if it works and there was stuff that needed to be released the next day, you're gonna feel very drained. You're gonna feel very drained. You're gonna, you just got to be gentle with yourself, and you got to do it on a night before that. The next day you can sleep in and you can get rest, because yeah, a lot of times you're not going to be good for anything else. But I've decided that, so I got a lot of stuff I'm still doing before my trip. Like, I'm doing a lot of organizing around my house and cleaning, and it's probably not going to happen before I leave, but definitely when I get back, I want to eat like all the food in my house, and I want to start eating clean again. I haven't in a long time. Like, I sometimes eat junk, and so I want to start eating really clean again, and uh, start a routine where I'm going to the gym at least 3 days a week, if not five, because I just feel like crap all the time. Like, and I know it's not just the usual. Like, my body is telling me, hey, we need to do something different. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna start eating clean again, start working out. I already drink a lot of water, so that's not an issue. um, and I just want to get my body back where I like it, like where I'm not feeling like crap. Because to me, it's not so much like looks, but at the same time, I do like how I was before a car wreck that I went through. Um, I was going to the gym like 5 days a week. I was eating clean, and I was about 135 pounds. And again, I'm only 5'1", so for most people that's a lot of weight, but me, I have a lot of muscles, so it didn't look like I was 135 pounds. Um, I want to get back to that because I felt a lot better at that time. Yeah, you'll have weird dreams. When you do like cord removals, when you do like removing negative energy, some weird shit comes out. And I just saw 1111. That's funny. Some weird shit comes out. Like, for real. Like, weird shit. But yeah, I started my TikTok. I have like just the stuff that I post on Instagram on there so far. But I've got some ideas for when I come back, like doing like little short videos where I answer like a question, like my my typical ask questions about like spirituality and twin flames and stuff like that. Like doing those. And then I also have some like funny ideas. I was talking with a friend of mine, and he's a tarot reader as well. And so you know that I'm a Virgo sun, Cancer moon, Aquarius rising, right? And we were talking about, because he's an Aquarius and he's a Cancer moon, right? We were talking about like the, you know, inner battle between like those polarities, right? And I laughed. I'm like, yeah, sometimes like my Virgo sun is like yelling at my Cancer moon and like being like, why are you such a bitch? Why are you crying all the time? Like, why are you being a crybaby, right? and and I said, and then my Aquarius rising is just in the corner eating popcorn, watching the two, you know. And so I thought of a TikTok idea with that. So I'm gonna like act it out, like the inner battle that I have with that. I think it'll be a good idea. Like, have me as the Virgo, right? Interacting with the Cancer, and then the Aquarius is just like chill in the corner eating popcorn, like whatever the fuck. That's one idea. I've got a few, but yeah. Aquarius is like, whatever, man. I'm chill. I'm just gonna observe and laugh. But yeah, I've got a few ideas. Like a few like funny ideas as far as like not making fun of the twin flame journey, but more so making fun of myself, like how I was when I was obsessing and shit, and like talk, and then talking about like how I got out of it, you know. Yeah, so your fire signs are like, what the fuck, man? Your fire signs are like, why are you being a little bitch? Why are you crying? Like, and sometimes I'll cry over this stupid shit, like stupid shit, like I don't even know. It's just dumb, like the stupidest things. And lately, like when I see, when I see like true divine counterparts together, I like get emotional because I feel like their love between each other. So yeah, that's a whole discussion I got to go into too. So the whole like discrepancy between what's a true twin flame, what's a false twin flame, you know, what's a soulmate, what's a karmic, all this, it's so much bullshit. And here's the thing is that my take on it is they're just labels. And essentially, it's all made up. Like, essentially, someone years ago, with the whole twin flame thing, let's go there, with the whole twin flame thing, we're trying to, like, comprehend a toxic relationship. And that's just how I'm taking it. Like, they're just trying to comprehend it and trying to make sense of it. So they made these labels to, like, I don't know, bring everyone else into their drama. Right? I mean, yes, there's fidelity to some of it, but some of it is just toxic. And, like, the whole karmics, that's all bullshit too. I mean, there's some people out there that think that you have more than one twin flame. Like, and that doesn't even make sense as far as the facts on incarnation, right? There's some people out there that think that there's a false twin and then you meet your real twin. That to me is bullshit. It's that you met your twin and then they were the catalyst for your awakening. And then once you actually healed your shit and let go of your quote unquote twin flame, that's when you meet your true divine counterpart. That's when you meet your true divine partner, which is essentially a soulmate because it's not you. The twin flame is you, right? That's my take on it. Everybody's take on it is different. So, you know, you kind of got to use your own discretion and figuring out what works best for you. The truth lies within you. Like, I came to my own truth, you know? I say that the truth lies within you. And I actually had this discussion with my son the other day in regards to, like, spirituality and religion. And I always tell him, you know, spirituality is a personal thing. Like, it's what you're guided to. It's your truth, right? You can't model your spirituality after someone else because that's religion, right? Hi, Jordan. A world-renowned psychic medium. What's her name? What's the psychic medium's name? Chinny Park? Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. But I'll have to look her up. I felt, oh, look at this. Look at this. I go to click on my phone. 333. Literally, this is nonstop. Like, I see sinks nonstop. Oh, Chin Hee Park. Okay. Let's see. So keep going up. She's got a lot of followers. Do they go by she, they, or he? What's their pronouns? Because it doesn't list it. Okay. I just always like addressing people by the pronouns they prefer. Yeah, 180K followers. That's not bad at all. But yeah, I feel bad for them that they're obsessing over, you know, this twin flame thing. And it just keeps people stuck. It keeps people stuck in obsessive loops, right? I don't know. I was there, so I get it. They've only got 4,000 followers on Instagram. That's crazy. So they've got like so much more on TikTok. So that's crazy. I wonder what platform they're using, because it says instant readings on the website where you can do phone or chat. I couldn't do chat because, yeah, that's a lot of texting. Like I don't like texting too much. I prefer just phone calls. But I want to know what they're using. Huh. Because I was looking at a thing to offer like phone readings where like it charges per minute. Because when I do my general readings or like my full readings, I like to flow. So I like to meditate on the energies and just flow. But I've thought about like doing it where I'm live at certain times and you guys could call in and talk to me for like coaching or readings. The only thing with that is you got to be patient with me, because sometimes I need cards, sometimes I don't. When I don't, I'm still going to meditate on the energy for like a second, for like at least a minute, you know, so I can connect. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that, and doing it where it's like a couple of days a week that I'm live for a few hours where you guys could call in. Because I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm working on. I have like so many things. I was texting with a friend of mine just last night and I was like, I want to do all the things. And she's like, you need to calm down. Like, I want to do it all. I want to do, you know, horoscope readings. I'm considering doing those. I want to do pick a card readings. I want to do spiritual TikToks. You know, both funny and, you know, serious and inspirational. Like, I want to make courses. I want to, you know, continue to make guided meditations. Like, I'm all over the place, guys. Like, I have so many damn ideas and so many things that I want to do. I'm like, I just want to do all the things. Let me do all the things. She's like, you don't have the ability to do 10 different things at one time. I was like, watch me. Watch me. Yeah, the other thing, like I said, I want to do is get my body back where I want. And, well, not my body, but like my health, like how I feel. I want to get back to feeling good in my vessel. And then I am not the makeup person. So I sometimes joke that I don't think I'm qualified to own a vagina. Because your girl doesn't know how to do fucking makeup. All right. But I need to learn because I don't have the best skin. I grew up having acne problems and I still have breakouts. Like, I've got one on my chin right now and I've got two on my cheek. Like, it just happens. And And that's why I catfish, and that's why I fucking use filters on like everything. I don't lie. I'll fucking tell you. I use fucking filters and I don't care. But I want to be able to get to a point where like I can do my makeup or whatever and it looks like the filter. You know what I mean? Because the filters that I use, I'll be honest with you, it doesn't change my face shape or anything like that. I don't like those. I just like the ones that make my skin look clear. You know what I mean? That make my skin look good. That's it. Those are the ones that I use. So I use the filters that make my face look like, you know, clear and good and like my skin. And sometimes I use the filters that put eyelashes on me, but that's about it. Like literally that's it. I don't use the ones that like alter the face shape or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's part of it, Jordan, is I do need to clean up my diet because we were talking about this, I think, before you were in, but before my accident, I was in a car wreck in 2017. No, 2018, sorry. It was 3 years ago. 2018. And before that, I used to go to the gym at least 5 days a week. And I used to eat clean, and I was about 135 pounds, and that's where I like being, right? My face looked amazing at that time. So, I definitely need to get back to that. Have I heard of a medical medium? No. I don't know what that is. I always find these people that come in my room and say this so interesting. Like they bless the room and then they leave. You know? Like, hey, cool, you want to bless my room? That's cool. But they don't really chat other than that. I don't know what their agenda is, you know, what their motive is. It doesn't bother me. It's like, whatever. But yeah, Soya, the Chinhee Park, like, I never heard of them. So they're world renowned, but I've never heard of them, and I've heard of a lot of like famous psychics. Um, I've never heard of them. Like I said, I have one that comes to me for readings. I of course won't say who he is, but yeah. Because that's the thing. Sometimes, like, even I go get readings. It's not usually what most people come to me for readings for. It's more so like just guidance and clarity to stuff that I already know. Like seeing if it's right. It's me second guessing myself sometimes. And that's just being human. Yeah, I'll be honest, like I don't eat the healthiest. I eat fried foods. I eat like chips and shit. So like I need to clean that shit up. And I'm going to. Yeah, I have an air fryer. So I bought one and I just set it up in my kitchen. So I have now, it's like a toaster oven / air fryer. It does a lot of different shit. I can also do like rotisserie in it. But I have that. I also have an Instant Pot. So I'll be honest, like the past few months I've done nothing but like eat out because I just haven't had the energy to cook. And I want to get back to that too, like get back to cooking at home, because that's going to save me a lot of money. But cooking at home and just eating better in general. Because I used to make like these like stuffed peppers, and that's kind of what I'm wanting right now. Like, and I can make them vegan, or I can make them not vegan. When I make them not vegan, I use ground turkey to put in them. I make like these stuffed peppers. They're so good. I want them so bad. I'm gonna probably make that this week, because I make that in the toaster oven, because it's just easier than heating up the whole oven. So I want to make those. When I make them vegan, I use like, I go to like Sprouts and get the Impossible like ground beef or whatever, like the meat. I use that instead. But yeah, I want to get back to where I'm plant-based at least 5 days a week, because I haven't been. I've been eating primarily chicken and fish, but I want to get back to plant-based at least 5 days a week. Because I felt better when I was like that. Yeah, you can. Different people have different reactions, and I just saw 3333 when you said that. That's funny. Yeah, for the most part, I'm pescatarian. But I want to get back to primarily plant-based. But yes, that can happen, because you have to understand that when you're doing a cord removal, it's an energetic removal, right? So your frequencies are like going all over the place, and so it's going to generate heat within your vessel. So that's kind of why. Different people have different symptoms. I've had it where, like, this is crazy. A lot of times when I meditate and I'm doing like any type of healing type of meditation, like certain parts of my body will start twitching just uncontrollably. It'll twitch and I can't control it. Or like my muscles will spasm. And one time I was in a Reiki session. It was actually a remote one, and she was working on me as far as like wounds from my father. And during it, like, I always relax and just allow what happens, right? Like, I don't move my body. I don't do anything. I just let it do whatever it's going to do, right? And my hands started lifting up, because I was laying down, right? I was laying down and my hands were beside me. My hands started lifting up on their own and like doing like this type of stuff and making symbols. Like it was making symbols in the air, right? Or like at one point it was like tracing like symbols with my finger on its own. Craziest thing I've ever felt in my life. And then after a while of doing that, like like my hand, like both of them like opened up like this, and literally it felt like the most intense pain, like something was shooting into my hands and coursing through my entire body. It was painful, okay? it was painful. It was intense. Like, it wasn't like painful in the sense that, you know, someone stabbed me. It's a really hard thing to explain because it's not like a physical pain. But it was intense, and it, like, when that happened, my entire body was shaking as if like I was having a seizure or something. And even that doesn't describe it, but it's really hard to explain, but that happened to me. And so after, like, it stopped, it went on for like 5 minutes, at least 5 minutes, like that. And then after it stopped, I couldn't move for like 20 minutes. Like, my whole body could not move. So my hands went back down, and then I could not move. I physically couldn't move for 20 minutes, something like that. And then after I was able to move and I got my head straight, I sent a message to the Reiki healer and told her what happened. She was like, because she's a medium also, she's like, you were just majorly upgraded. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I've been upgraded before, but it's usually through my crown chakra or my third eye. Like, why was it through my hands? And she was like, you're also a healer. You already know this. And it's like, but I'm not a healer like a Reiki master healer. I'm a healer as, you know, I'm going to show you your fucking shadow and, you know, be like, hey, you like it, right? Like, it's basically like the Lakota call a Hyoka or a shaman. Like, it's not the same, right? She's like, yeah, but your hands were upgraded. I'm like, my hands were upgraded for what? Like, I don't understand, right? She's like, that's just what I'm being told. So I don't know. She said it's almost like how I was attuned, because she's a Reiki master. She actually teaches other people. So I have no idea, but yeah, anything can happen during like meditations like that or healings, and you just gotta allow what happens. But yeah, like when like I said, it was a pain that went through my body, but it wasn't a pain. It's so hard to describe. So hard to describe because I can't compare it to anything else. And that's the thing, like everything I've gone through spiritually, I can't compare it to anything like people have experienced otherwise. Like spiritual stuff is so hard to explain. Unless you felt it, then you know, then you're not going to understand what I'm saying. Oh, but guys, I said this on Instagram, but what I'm going to start doing is after 2 weeks, after my lives are up like this, I'm going to archive them. So I'm going to put them as unlisted. As long as you save the link to like a playlist, or you save it somewhere, or download the video, you'll have it. So if I've done a reading for you and you want to keep it, that's all you got to do. You'll still have it. I'll still have it on YouTube. It's just not going to be public. So that way you still have access to your reading. It's just, I don't want like all my, I want to clean up my, what's public, and like clean up my page. So I'm going to start cleaning up a lot of stuff, and I'm going to start doing a lot of adjustments. Yeah, that's great too. Like screen record just your reading. That's perfect. But not everybody knows how to do that. So that's why I tell them just save the link. Like save the link to the video. And you can always comment your timestamp to go straight to your reading. I've done that with readings that I've gotten from other people on YouTube. Because I've gone to people when they were live and had readings in the past. And I just saved the link or like saved my portion of it. But yeah, I just want to start doing that because if you go to my channel right now, there's like just so many like live videos and it's all the readings, and like nobody else cares about that stuff. The only people that care is the people that got the reading, right? So that's why I'm going to clean it up. But yeah, when I get back, there's going to be a lot of things. Number one, like I said, the short, quick, like stuff on TikTok. And I'm also going to combine those videos, like after, like, let's say I do a series on TikTok for twin flames, and like each one is answering a question on it, right? Then I'm going to compile them onto one video and then post that on YouTube. So that way YouTube has it as well. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out TikTok. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing on it. So, I'm not the TikTok person. Like, it's no. Oh, on Instagram or TikTok? Yeah. That one has the most views. So if I go to it, let's see. So yeah, the Leo reading, this is on Instagram. The Leo reading has 742 views. The Cancer reading, which was right before it, has 464. The Virgo one has 446. Libra 245. Scorpio 287. Sagittarius 222. And then the rest of them are like in the hundreds. So it's so funny. Like the Leo one is like the most. And it's almost Leo season. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. But yeah. Yeah, and that someone else could be anyone. So if someone is coming back to say sorry, it could be anyone. It could be a friend. It could be a relative. It's not always love interest. So that's the thing. People like take those like public videos and like try to apply it to one person, and then they come back to me and they're like, no, the person of interest didn't, come say sorry. It was my brother. Well, it's a general reading and it's a collective reading. So someone is coming back to say sorry. Someone, not a particular person. I just saw 4444. Okay. Not a particular person. It's when I'm channeling that, it's a collective reading, and sometimes your sun sign isn't your reading. So if you're a Sagittarius sun, right, that might not be your reading. It might be your moon sign, or it might be your rising, or it might be your Venus. That's the thing. With public readings, don't take those as like Bible, please. Take them with a grain of salt. If it happens, it happens. Great. But what I found interesting is that out of all 12 of the zodiacs, the Taurus reading and the Capricorn reading were the negative ones. And why that's interesting, because I take myself out of when I do readings until after I've posted them all. And then I look back on them, right? I'll watch them myself. And the toxic ex that I talked about like on my stories and stuff like that, that's tried to come back in during Mercury retrograde. He's a Capricorn. My twin flame is a Taurus. So that's hilarious. I find it fucking hilarious. I don't wish ill will on either one of them. I wish nothing but the best for them. But I can't help what the card said. You know, I can't help what the cards come out. I just found that funny. Out of 12 zodiacs, only 2 of them were negative. You know, there were some that it was like more talking about what the person needs to work on. But I don't view that as negative, right? But yeah, those 2, ooh, I was like, ooh. Like, ooh. One makes sense. Like, I think it was the Taurus one. The Taurus one was saying that for Taurus, they're in an unrequited love situation that's going to continue to get toxic the more they're in it. I'm like, oh, bitch. Because I was already told this months ago, right? I was already told this months ago by my own guides, in dreams, just everything, that the whole situation that he's in right now with, again, I feel really bad for his girlfriend. Like, I'm not the one that's going to bash a quote-unquote karmic, because I don't think she's a karmic. She's one of his soulmates, right? I feel bad for her, but what I was told is that their situation's very toxic. Again, I compare this to, you know, 2 things that are not toxic when they're separate, but when you put them together, they're toxic. That's the situation. I don't think she's a bad person, right? And at his core, I don't think he's a bad person. It's just together they're toxic together. And I was told that, and I was told that that situation is going to end in July or August. We're in July, and that was what came up in the fucking reading for Taurus. I don't know her sign. But I was told that that situation with her is going to end in July or August. Like, their whole situation, like, she's going to leave him, is what I kept getting. Like, she's going to get enough of his shit, and she's going to tell him to get the fuck out. I'm like, yes, babe, yes. Do you? Yes, queen. That's what I kept getting, is that she's gonna get enough of his shit, and she's gonna be like, get your shit and get the fuck out. I love it. But yes, don't tolerate no bullshit. Don't tolerate no fucking toxic masculine bullshit. But yeah, that's what I got, and I got that when that happens, he's gonna try to come back to me. He's blocked on everything, so good luck. Bye. Because I've also been shown that I might possibly, because time frames can change, I might possibly be meeting my divine counterpart either this month or next month. So July or August. So it's like the same time frame. And that basically I would have a choice between my soulmate, that's the divine partner, or him. You already know who I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose that new. I'm going to choose the partner that's going to be spiritual with me and going to grow with me. That's what I want. Like, I know what I want. Like, do I love my other self? Yes. Do I love my twin flame? Yes. Right? They are me. So, of course, I love them. But that doesn't mean I have to be with him. We can be friends. Like, if he, you know, makes up for the bullshit, we can be friends. Oh, Oh man, you guys know I get songs in my head because, well, Jordan, you might not know, Soya knows, my main archangel is Archangel Sandalphon, so I get songs. And I'm hearing that song by Brandy. Was it Brandy? We Can't Be Friends? Like the lyrics are, we can't be friends if we can't be lovers. That song came to my head. Whatever. We can't be friends and we can't be lovers. Yeah, that song. That's the song I'm hearing right now. My son calls me a human jukebox. Is it Deborah Cox? I thought it was Brandy. Hold on, because now I gotta look it up. Oh, it is Deborah Cox. Okay. See, I don't always know the fucking artist. Like, I hear the song. Yeah, it's not a country song. It's not. No. Yeah, it's this song because I'm reading through the lyrics. It's this song. Yep. It's the one by Deborah Cox. Yep. I thought it was Brandy. See, that's just like in one of my readings, I heard a song and I thought it was God, what fucking song was it? And see, I always forget shit too. Like because it was months ago also. I thought it was Lionel Richie and it was someone else. Yeah, I don't mind being friends with mine just because aside from that drama that you know about Soya that happened in March, he honestly wasn't a bad person to me. Like I said, he's never yelled at me. He's never called me a name. He's never done anything abusive towards me. Aside from ghost. He ghosted, you know, that sort of stuff, but that was it. So I wouldn't mind being friends with him. Like, he's very business minded. Like, he's very business minded, so I wouldn't mind coordinating him with him business wise, but that would be it. Like, we can have a business relationship. That's cool. Hey, and that's your choice. See, that's what I tell people is if you are the positive polarity, which everyone that comes to me is because you're the awakened one, um, you're the one in control. You're the one that has the steering wheel. So you decide what you want out of this. If you don't want them in your life, you do not have to have them in your life at all. I have clients that are in a physical relationship with their twin, and then I also have clients that did that and then found out it wasn't what everyone makes it out to be, and they wanted, the more romantic connection. So they split up with their twin, but now they're friends. Some of them have businesses with them. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? And I just saw 5555. She's not a client of mine, but I have a friend that I used to work with at my corporate job, and she was with her twin, like, they had the whole separation stuff and all of that sort of stuff, and then they got back together. And they were together for like a few years, right? But she wasn't getting out of the relationship what she actually wanted, right? So she broke up with him, and they still run a business that they started together, but she's moved on to a soulmate, right? A lot. Here's what I'm going to tell you. This is the reality of it. Twin flames that get back together in a physical relationship, majority of the time, they find out it's not what everybody made it out to be. This is me talking to lots of them and talking to twin flame coaches that have coached, like Kurt, he's coached thousands of people. He even said this. Majority of the time, people choose a soulmate. Like, even after they neutralize their energy and they bring their twin flame back and they get in a physical relationship with them, they found out it's not what they want. And that's okay. And then they move on to a soulmate. So if you've decided you just want to move on to a soulmate, you're just skipping a step. That's all. You're just skipping a step of, you know, getting back into union, right? Just to find out it's not what it's made out to be. Now, there are people that enjoy that type of relationship. More power to them. That's just not what I want. From what I've seen, what happens when twin flames get together, that's not what I want. I don't want someone that is not conscious and would never recognize what our connection is, right? And while, yes, we could build, you know, what other people perceive as a good relationship together, when we're together, it's basically like being with yourself. I don't want to be with myself. I want to be with someone else, right? I want to be with a divine counterpart. I want to be with a masculine that embraces his femininity, right? I want someone that's balanced. I want someone that has their feminine and masculine balanced like I do. So that way we both grow together. That's what I want. And I know I can have that. The TikToker that I was watching last night is a Navajo. So he's indigenous, and he has a lot of videos about like indigenous people and their practices, and he also he reacts to people being racist, right? I love it. I love it. He's also a huge advocate of the LGBTQ plus community, which you know that I am. So I really resonated with him. His handle is @modern_warrior__. So this one, if my camera will focus, like I was watching a lot of his videos last night, and he was talking about toxic masculinity in some of his videos. And he was talking about how, you know, a lot of the indigenous men have theirs balanced, whereas a lot of, and I'm just going to be honest, a lot of Caucasian men don't. That's why, I mean, I'm open to it if, you know, a Caucasian male has his stuff balanced, but for the majority, they don't. Right? They're still stuck in toxic masculinity. I don't date based on race, but for the most part, that's, you know, my experience with it. Yeah, I like his videos. You might want to check him out. He has, I really loved, he had a couple of educational videos that I learned something from, which was about two souls. I didn't know what two souls were. And in their culture and their beliefs is that's what LGBT people are, right? Is two souls. It's, hold on, let me pull it back up. At modern_warrior__. He has 1.4 million followers. But yeah, I like his stuff. I'm jealous of his hair. I'm so jealous of his hair. He has one video where like people asked if he gets offended when people misgender him, and he, you know, talked about how in his culture and their beliefs that women are powerful, so why would he worry about being called a woman, right? And then he showed how long his hair is, and it was like past his hip. I'm like, I'm so jealous. You know, like I wish my hair would grow like that. But yeah, he talks about the balance between feminine and masculine, and he talks about him not being in his toxic masculinity and what toxic masculinity is. He talks about two souls, which I learned about and I love. I love that concept. I had no idea about it before. So, yeah, I love it. I love that stuff. Yeah, I don't get along with a lot of, I know that I'm Caucasian, but I don't get along with a lot of Caucasian people because they're just stuck in their ways. They're not open-minded. I've dated plenty of white guys. I've dated Asian. I've dated Hispanic. I've dated Middle Eastern. I've dated everything. But what I found is that majority of the time Caucasian men are not open-minded. And the ones that claim that they're spiritual are using that to basically manipulate, and I always find that out. Like, that's what I've been dealing with a lot since I've been back in the dating scene, is like I'll match with white men that claim that they're spiritual, and then what I find out is that they're using that as a ploy to just try to get quick hookups, basically. Because they try to use it against me, and they're like, oh, well, if you just go with the flow of energy, just allow it to flow. It's like, no, that's not how this works. I don't know who the most open-minded is. I think it depends on the individual. I personally have white friends that are very open-minded, right? But again, they're friends, right? Like, I wouldn't take it there with them. But so it's just my experience in dating. Like, most white guys just aren't open-minded. They're okay with toxic masculinity. They're okay with oppressing people, and I don't go for that. Nope. Bye. No, thank you. One of my friends that does tarot, he goes by Seven Swords Tarot on Instagram. He's Hispanic and indigenous. Like, and again, he's balancing out his feminine and masculine energy. Like, I don't know. I think it's because of the family that I grew up in. So, Celia knows this, but I grew up in a multicultural family because I was adopted. Part of my family is Puerto Rican and indigenous. They're Puerto Rican and Cherokee. And then I also have Korean family members. I have African American family members. It's all over the place. Like we were called the Rainbow Family. I was the only one that was white as fuck with blonde hair. Okay, and I think that's where like I differ in mindset than a lot of people. It's just because of how I grew up. Oh, I love Puerto Rican food. Love it. Like everybody talks about like because I live in Arizona, so everybody talks about like beans and rice, like Mexican beans and rice. It's like no, boo, no, you need some Puerto Rican beans and rice in your life. Like that's where it's at. There's like a couple of Puerto Rican restaurants here, and I went to one. It's in Mesa, Arizona, and it is amazing. So if you ever come to Arizona, go to Millie's. It's in Mesa. For a long time, they were cash only. They now take cards. But yeah, bomb. Like plantains, bomb. Yes. And those that are joining me, I know people have been coming in and we've just been talking. I do chit chat, but if you would like a reading, it is $15 on PayPal or $20 on Superchat. If you want a full reading, like a general reading, my prices are on my website. I will do it live here for you if you'd like. Just let me know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. See, I don't ever know the name of shit. So, like, my family just made the stuff, so I never knew the names of it, right? So when I went to Millie's, like, I described the food that I wanted, and they knew what I was talking about, so they'd make it. You know, they're like, oh yeah, it's this on the menu or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, right? Like, it didn't bother me. But my favorite by far is Puerto Rican beans and rice. Like, bomb. Bomb. But you've got to like olives, and I love olives. Yeah, I miss. I have a family member that passed away a few years ago. That she was on the Puerto Rican side, and she was full Puerto Rican, and she was the main one that I had that experience with. Olives are so good. What's wrong with you? They're so good. Like, hold on. I'll show you my olive addiction. Hold on. I think it's still over here. Yeah. Like, I just finished this jar last night. Like, whole jar of olives gone. Bye. Like, of course, I didn't eat that in one sitting, right? But that's how much I like olives. Love olives. There's not much food I don't like. It's not much. Like, even when it comes to meat, like, you guys know that I'm primarily pescatarian, but I'll still eat a steak. I just don't eat it often. What's wrong with you? That's the best part. Oh, I just saw 11111. Bell peppers are amazing. And I was just talking about making stuffed peppers. Wow. Peppers, olives, yes. I am not a picky eater. Like, I like it all. There's very, 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 very few things that I don't like to eat, but I'll still eat them if someone makes them. One thing I hate. So there is one thing that I hate that I won't eat, and that's black licorice. And the reason why is because when I was little, I used to get an upset stomach, and my mom would make me this licorice tea whenever I'd have an upset stomach. So now I associate black licorice, the taste, with having an upset stomach. So that's why. Yeah, that is weird. But it's kind of like some people like cilantro, and then other people say it tastes like soap. Yeah, black licorice is nasty. But that's the reason why I don't like it. My son loves black licorice. I keep saying he's a fucking alien. Like, did you actually come out of me or not? Did they switch you in the hospital or what? No, they didn't, because he looks like me.
It's 2021. Are we still?
Yeah, he loves it. Like, I go buy him licorice candy and he eats it. That's what I mean by he loves it. Like, he likes Good and Plenty. Yeah, I can't. I don't even like the smell of it. So I tell him, if you're gonna eat that shit, it needs to be away from me. Like, it can't. No. That's just like, okay, so another thing I don't like is wintergreen. I don't like wintergreen mint. And the reason why, again, what I say, I used to have upset stomach a lot when I was little. I would be given Pepto-Bismol a lot. So smelling or tasting wintergreen mint reminds me of that. I don't like it. I don't understand why people get wintergreen gum. Yeah, Good and Plenty is not good. Gross. You and my son can go do that. You and my son can go eat Good and Plenty. No, he'll eat a whole box. No, he'll eat a whole box. That's why I buy it for him. I'm just like, take it to your fucking room because I don't want to smell it. Pretty much. In the mom voice. But yeah, people think I'm weird because, like, me following Modern Warrior, I don't celebrate 4th of July. I haven't in years. So that's why you guys didn't really see me talking about it or posting about it or anything like that. Because I kind of resonate with the indigenous people that essentially 4th of July is, you know, basically like shoving in their face what happened to their people, right? And like glorifying the it's basically like the colonizers' Independence Day. That's what it is. So I don't associate with it, so that's why you guys didn't really see me posting about it or anything like that. I don't even go to like 4th of July celebrations. I just stay at home. Like it's overdone for me. And even my son said, he's like, I don't get it. Why do people want to just blow up fireworks? It's dumb. And it is. It's really dumb. Like, think about it. You spend all this money for what? To blow it up and then it's gone. Yeah, and people get hurt like because most people don't know what they're doing. Like, okay, I get it if like it's a fireworks show and it's done by professionals and firefighters. Okay, cool. But like the people that don't know what they're doing, they should just not. Yeah, it's just pretty to look at, but the people that do it in like residential, like it's all the same shit. And it's just like when people post their videos of them blowing off fireworks, it's like nobody cares. Nobody cares. Literally no one. So yeah, I don't participate in 4th of July. And I've had people tell me, "Oh, you don't care about your country." Da 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 da. It's like that has nothing to do with it. I actually care a lot. Yeah. See, that's crazy. Like, why are you doing that? Yeah. Yeah, you're American. You were born here, right? So you're American. Um, yeah, exactly. Like I come from a military town. Oh, got it. But you're still an American citizen. It doesn't matter. Um, but yeah, I come from military town. There's a lot of people that were in the military in my family, and I was married to a guy in the Navy for 5 years. But even he wasn't into that shit. A guy that served in the Navy was not into the bullshit either. And he would tell me like all the bullshit that goes on in the military, like how much they control them and like their property. That's what they look at them as. Like literally, they look at people in the military as property. Like the government owns you. That's why for a little bit my son was talking about going into the military, and I showed him all the facts. I said, you do what you want to do, but here's what it looks like. And so he decided not to. But yeah, they They view you as property when you're in the military. That's it. Yeah, people call me like anti-American, like all types of shit. I don't care. It's just like, yeah, they're treated as property, and it's just like, people ask me sometimes, are you conservative or liberal? It's like, I'm neither. I'm not gonna buy into your duality-based bullshit. A two-party system is flawed, right? The only thing a two-party system does is turn everybody against each other, right? The best way to conquer a nation is to turn it against itself. Think about that. I don't know why it matters. And it's only Americans that ask me that shit. And I have clients from all over the world. All over. I have a lot of clients from Singapore. I have clients from South Africa. I have clients from Japan. I'm trying to think where else. India, Australia, Europe. None of those people ask me this shit. It's only Americans. I got a few Canadian clients too, and yeah, they don't ask that shit either. Sometimes it's something that you have to continuously do, because think about it, right? You go to the gym, right? If you go to the gym one time, are you going to have a six-pack? No. Sometimes it's something you have to continuously do. So, like, I do a lot of my cord removals on the full moon. Every month, I do cord removals, and it's just a practice I always do. There's not a cord to begin with. Your twin is you. You're the same soul. So there's no cord to begin with. There's no cord to cut. There's no cord to remove. So letting go of your twin is just letting go of the physical body. Right? It's letting go of the physical person, like that they're separate from you. Like, I'm fully aware that my ego associates my twin as someone separate than me. But in actuality, he's not. He is me. We're the same soul, incarnated into two bodies. So yeah, I always found it interesting that people say, oh, you can't cut a cord with your twin. Well, no shit, because there's not one. The only time that there's cord is if it's a separate soul than you. Everyone else is a separate soul from you. So it's either your twin or what I like to say, your other self, or it's everyone else, which is soulmates, if you want to label it, right? If you want labels, there you go. Twin flame, soulmates. That's it. Right? And the soulmates you bring into your life, be it friends, romantic partners, family, all of that sort of stuff, is where you're at a vibrational match for. Wherever you're at vibrationally, that's what you bring in. And the other thing to keep in mind is people try to basically look at the ego as this negative thing. It's not a negative thing if you use it in the right way. They try to look at the ego as a negative thing, and they try to look at quote unquote karmics as a bad thing. There's no bad. There is no good or bad. That's duality. That's this reality. And soul level, that doesn't exist. Right? But energetically, whatever you resist persists. Right? So if you keep resisting like feelings that you have, like suppressing them, like let's say example, you're suppressing feelings of a person abandoning you, right? You suppress them instead of letting them flow and allowing them and actually being grateful for them. I know that sounds crazy. Then it's going to keep persisting. You're going to keep being abandoned. Because also you're abandoning yourself when other people abandon you. If other people abandon you, you're abandoning yourself. And that's just the truth of the matter. Literally everything outside of you is you. And I know this is where it gets confusing, right? Everything outside of you is you. You are literally the observer and the creator of your reality, period. So everything outside of you is your creation. You literally create everything. And I've had people fight me on this. They're like, well, I didn't deserve, this person to abuse me, or this person to do this to me, or this person to do that to me. I'm like, it's not about deserving, because I'm not the one that determines what you deserve. You do. But you're still in victim mentality when you're talking like that. Because I will be the first one to tell you that I've been through hell and back. Like, I've had a lot of abuse in my life. I've had a lot of betrayal. And the truth of the matter is, I fucking created it. That's why I don't have it in my life now. I have no drama in my life. Not 1 ounce of drama in my life. Not one. I'm going to probably have someone I go visit family, but I'm already prepared for that. So it's not going to be drama, because I'm not going to make this situation dramatic. I'm just going to allow what is. My adoptive family is very dramatic, like lots of drama, and they can be that way. I'm just going to observe. I'm just going to allow what is. And that's how you disassociate yourself with it. You realize what it is. It's just a show. Enjoy the show. Whenever I tell people about my life, about stuff that's happened in my life, they're like, this could be a fucking TV show. I'm like, yeah. Because it is. Your life is a TV show. Look at it that way. You're the director. How do you want the show to go from now on? Do you want it to keep being dramatic? Cool. Enjoy it. Do you want it to be romantic? You want to go the romantic route? Do that. You want the underdog story where you went from the bottom and now you're here? Cool. Do that. Started at the bottom, now we're here. Let's go. Like, there's no right or wrong. So when people tell me, their situations and stuff like that, I just listen. And I don't judge, because it's their situations. It's what they chose to do. It's what they choose to experience. Who am I to judge? But me personally, I have no drama in my life. I'm going to enjoy some when I'm gone. I'm going to watch this shit. It's going to be fun. And people call me crazy, like, I can have family members, call me up and say, oh, their, significant other cheated on them and did this and did that and blah, blah, blah. I'll just listen. And I'll tell them, basically, you created this and why, and I'll show them the root cause and help them to guide them to the solution if they like. But other than that, I don't care. And it's not me being cold. It's not me being, a bitch or whatever. It's reality. Like, this whole reality is a puppet show. Right? It's just a puppet show. It's just Plato's cave. If you look that up and research it, that's exactly what we're in. It's Plato's cave. I choose to enjoy life. That's what I choose. And I teach people how they can enjoy theirs. The drama and everything else. The good and the bad. Yeah. I sometimes have that. Recently, it's not my direct family member, but my ex-husband's family, but I'm still close with them. They had a situation where she was with this guy for 16 years. And for 16 years, she dealt with bullshit after bullshit from this guy, and multiple people tried to tell her, right? But she stayed with him. And guess what? She caught him having an affair, and he just left to be with the other woman. So I'm being there as support. I listen, right? I tell her how I went through something similar and what I did to fix it, what I did to feel better. That's it. And the reason why they get mad that you didn't take their side is because that is their ego. Their ego wants the validation. The ego wants to say, oh, it was this other person, it wasn't me, right? I did nothing wrong. It was just them. I'll tell you the shit that I've done wrong. Like, let's say my twin, for example, okay? I told you what happened. I was to blame for that. I was obsessing over him, right? I listened to all the bullshit in the twin flame community. So when he came back, I was blinded and didn't see the red flags. I saw them, but I didn't want to acknowledge them. And the reason why I didn't want to acknowledge them is because of my own toxic attachment style with relationships. And this was the past, it's not current. That's why you don't hear any drama in my life. But I own up to that. See, people won't own up to their part in it, right? So if their relationship is bad or whatever, and there's a fallout, this, that, and the other, it's always finger pointing. And they want you to validate them and say it's all the other person and it's not them, is because that's their ego. Their ego can't handle the truth. The truth of the matter is that they created it. Right? If you're in an abusive relationship, and this is me being blunt as fuck, because I've been there before, I've been in abusive relationships. You're allowing it. Yeah, you ignored it because you wanted that love so bad, right? You wanted that connection so bad. You wanted that relationship, whatever it was, so bad that you were willing to ignore your own needs for it. And that's a lot of the toxic training, if you will, or conditioning that we've gone through our entire lives in this world. And that's the shit we have to undo. We have to unlearn it. It's an unlearning. See, people always talk about finding themselves. It's not finding yourself. We're never lost. It's unlearning the bullshit. That's all it is. It's unlearning the bullshit. I'm trying to see if I can find a piece of paper because I want to show something. All right. So, this is the truth of the matter. Okay. So your soul is here, right? This is your soul. This is the astral body, okay? This is the physical body. So this is the 3D, right? This is the 5D. The soul is way above the 5D. I'm just letting you know, okay? As we go through our lives, right, we build on crap around our astral body. Crap. Lots of crap, right? Just lots of crap. Just around the astral body, right? This is social conditioning. This is toxic masculinity, toxic femininity. This is the narratives that were played over and over in our lives. And there's just layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of this, right? This crap is the ego. Make more sense? So when you go through a dark night of the soul, it's breaking down the layers of this. It's unlearning. It's breaking down the conditions that you went through in your life. And you were conditioned, like, you know, growing up with the belief that you're a female so that you're less than men, or, you know, growing up with the belief that you're insignificant, right? So you've held that on. That's a layer, right? You've made that part of your identity. A lot of people make their traumas their identity. They make their disabilities their identity, right? That's this. Very simple. People overcomplicate it. People overcomplicate it with all these modalities, with all this crap that you don't really need. You just need to connect with this, your soul. And how you connect with your soul is by getting rid of the crap that's around your astral body, balancing out your feminine and masculine energy, getting in the now present moment, getting into Zen, and that's the soul state. I try to get into the soul state as much as possible. No one's perfect. I'm not 100%, but I'm a lot better than I was a few months ago. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care anymore. That's just like, remember I mentioned that guy that I told you, like, I matched with on Hinge, and we had a great phone conversation, and he made himself out to be like super spiritual and all this stuff, right? And he asked me if I would go out with him, and then never got back to me. I told you I deleted him, right? Like, deleted him off my phone, all of that sort of stuff. I went back on Hinge, and I just went to go check his profile last night. He's changed information on there. So it's not like something happened to him. And he also changed some of his photos. So it's not like something happened to him. It's just he was probably blowing smoke up my ass. And the thing is probably on that phone call, he realized that I wasn't just going to hook up with him. That's probably what he was looking for. And since I'm not in alignment with that, guess what? He's not in my life. We're just not in alignment, and that's okay. I don't care. Oh, that's funny. You saw one of your doctors. Was it the doctor that we've been talking about? Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I have my Bumble where, like, my oldest is 40 because, like, I don't mind dating older, but it's just typically guys over 40 don't take care of themselves. Like, no. Or they're stuck in their ways. Like, they have Peter Pan syndrome and all that bullshit. It's like, no. So a lot of mine is set at, like, I think 28 to 40, something like that. But I probably should set it younger because I've been told that essentially my person is going to be a lot younger. Ugh. I mean, I got to be open-minded about it. Yeah. And do whatever, you feel best with. At one time, I had it set as low as, like, 25 because I was trying to be open-minded, but I just can't connect with them. Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, they are something. I think I think I'm gonna get off of here in like 15 minutes if no one has any readings that come in. And I'm gonna go work on editing that pick a card reading. I was gonna do it yesterday, but then I got distracted with a lot of stuff. But I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna edit the pick a card reading and get that up, as well as make some other adjustments. And I gotta put toner in my hair because I bleached my roots last night, but I still gotta put toner on it. So, like, my roots look like more yellowish, whereas the rest of my hair is, toned. So I gotta tone my roots. I'm debating if I want to go get my hair cut. So, because I like the length that it is right now, but I think I need to like at least go brush up the ends. So I might do that. I might just go get a trim. Because I had to do my roots. I just did my roots like 3 or 4 weeks ago, but they had already grown out like 2 centimeters. They had already grown out like almost an inch in 3 to 4 weeks. So I had to do it. Like it, because if you let them grow out longer than that when you have bleached hair, the heat from your scalp processes the hair faster. So it would, it wouldn't be cute. It would not be cute. Well, then go cut it off. Like do like a pixie cut or something. I don't know. Go crazy. Mine is to my bra strap, but I want it longer. I want my hair longer. But it definitely needs cut. I mean, light trimmed. Because my ends are not that great. I thought you just said that you always have it short. So what is short to you? Because to me, like a pixie cut or a bob is short. Oh, okay, that's not short. Shoulders is medium length. Yeah, I had a bob before too, like, and it was to my chin. It was not cute on me. I mean, I styled it in different ways to where it was, but I just don't have the face shape for it. You know, I tried it, but I just don't have the face shape for it. Well, I just ate like an hour ago. I'm not hungry. So most of the time I intermittent fast, and most of the time I only eat once a day. So I'm not really hungry. I'm probably just gonna work on shit. Yeah, I don't eat much. Like, it always surprises people. I don't eat that much. Yeah, I get that. Like, if you've had surgery, like, you definitely need to follow what your doctor says. And I did after surgeries as well. No, I didn't buy any nail polish yet. I only looked at it while I was live, and then I got distracted in my squirrel energy and my squirrel mentality, and went and did other shit and completely forgot. Like, that happens. That's definitely part of having ADHD. Is it's like, ooh, shiny, and then I go do something else. So, no, I didn't buy any, but I do gotta redo my nails because this is like chipping and growing out, and yeah, and this is driving me nuts. Like the chip right there. So I'm gonna redo them tonight. I might just take this off and just let them go naked for a little bit. I do that sometimes too. I'm thinking about filing them down a little bit because they're a little bit too long for me. Like, it's been hard to do some things. If they grow and I don't break them all, yes, I keep them long. Nail strips? What do you mean by nail strips? They're never the right size for me. So I've seen those, but they're either too short or they're too wide. Like most of the time they make them, they're like this, and my nails a lot longer. Or they're always made for like short nails. And I mean, I get it, most of the time people keep their nails short. That's just like the whole like dip stuff. I don't like that stuff. And like regular gel polish, like the gel like top coat I use is not actual gel polish. Like I'm not using a UV lamp. Um, actual gel polish where you use a lamp and like the dip powders and all that. I've tried all that stuff, and then when you take it off, like your nails are super weak. So I don't like that because my nails are actually really strong. And I don't want to fuck with them. And it's so funny whenever I go to like a salon to get my nails done, like I'll go get a mani-pedi, they always try to push it. They always try to push you getting a gel manicure. It's like, no, I don't want that. Like, you see how like long and healthy my nails are. Why would I fuck them up? It's always hilarious to me because you already know the stereotype. Like, you go to a nail salon and they try to give you the chit chat and like small talk and all that, and they always ask you if you have a boyfriend. Like, that shit's true. They always fucking ask you, right? And the nail salon that I go to now, I go to a certain lady. I go to her because she's funny, and but every single time they ask me that shit, I'm like, no, I don't need one, right? Like, no, I don't need a boyfriend. And then they always look so funny. They're like, why? Why is that? And I'm like, because mine vibrates and I plug it into the wall. And they usually turn red. And then they just do my nails, and then they talk to, the other people and, the language that they speak. And which is usually Vietnamese, you know that. But this one I went to, she asked me that, and I said that response. She was like, oh yeah, I have a lot too. She's like, I have a purple one, I have a black one, I have a green one. I was like, oh, you got a lot of boyfriends, don't you? She started laughing. So I go to her now because she gets me. Like, she gets like I'm joking and shit. Oh no, I don't. Because they're asking a personal question. Like, it's really none of their fucking business. And what if I'm not into guys? Like, what if I want a girlfriend? Like, it's just dumb. So you ask a personal question, I'm going to give you a personal response. Yeah, I love her. I always go to her. I hate that too. Like, I hate that too. Like, when like other adults or like your parents or your parents' friends or whatever ask, oh, do you have a boyfriend? And when you say no, it's like they act like it's something wrong with it. Like, they act like it's such a big deal that you don't have a boyfriend. Like, who cares? See, and that's what's wrong with society, is they feel like women need a man. You don't need a man. You don't. You don't. I got so mad because a friend of mine posted on Facebook where her and her wife were at the park with their son, and this like weird creepy guy was like being creepy, like staring at them and following them around. So they left, and then they took a photo of like, and he had a van. He had the creepy white van. Literally had the fucking creepy like predator fucking van. It was white, like no windows, and they took a photo of it and the license plate and all that, and posted it on Facebook and was warning people, right? And of course you had commenters like, oh, well, if you had a husband instead of a wife, you wouldn't have this issue. Like, that doesn't fucking matter. And some of them didn't know that, you know, she was her wife, and they commented like, well, if your boyfriend or your husband was with you, this wouldn't be an issue. Or the child's father. It's like, the child's father was a sperm donor. The fuck? Like, they handled the situation just fine. Right, exactly. And the thing is these people probably wouldn't have even like questioned it if one of them were butch, but they're not. They're both like very feminine, right? It just depends. So sometimes I sit down, sometimes I lay down. I even meditate in the shower. You can meditate at any time. So people think that you need like it to be super quiet, you need it to be dark, you need it to be, you know, the right music and all this shit. No. You can meditate at any time. Sometimes I meditate driving. Think I'm lying? No. You can still do things, like your body can still react and do things while you meditate, and you don't need to close your eyes either. But that's a practice. That's something that you learn over time. But so for beginners, I always tell them, you know, if you need the quiet room or you need the music or whatever it is, cool. It doesn't matter. You can sit down, lay down, whatever you are comfortable with. Whatever is going to help you to realize you're not your thoughts. Yeah. Whatever's going to help you to realize that you're not your thoughts. That when you're in meditation, that essentially it's connecting with your soul. You're just observing. Yeah, little kids definitely need like the quiet and like sitting or whatever it is, right? Um, it just helps them better. Me, I can meditate in the shower. I can meditate in the bath. I've meditated driving. As long as there's not like a lot of traffic, I can do it. Um, yeah, and that sometimes kids can do that, even adults. Like, and if you fall asleep, it's okay. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean like, oh, you failed at meditating. No, you just fell asleep. So what? Being in a meditative state is a state of mind, or no mind, I should say. Um, it's not the conditions that you're in, right? So that's where people like get it kind of misconstrued. Yeah, I'm thinking about, like I said, doing my like the horoscope type readings where I do like each zodiac sign more so on Instagram, and then what I'm going to do is take all of the videos and put them into one video to upload them on YouTube. I'm going to start doing that like once a month, like what I was doing before, but in that format. And they're going to be shorter. They're not going to be the long fucking readings that I did before. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then if people resonate with me, they can book a personal reading. Yeah, if nighttime is easier for you, then do it at nighttime. Some people like it in the morning, some people like it at nighttime. I've done both. Yeah, I'm not doing the long, like, I'm not doing 12 different readings that are 45 minutes long. It's just, I tried it because there was a lot of readers that I used to follow that did that. I don't know how the fuck they do that much. Like, that is draining as shit. And I was having a hard time keeping up with that and my personal readings. Like, my energy was just shot. So I think I'm going to keep, like, when I do them, they're going to be at most like 15 minutes for each one. Something like that. Yeah, like I said, there's so many different things I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, 15 minutes is still a lot of information. Like I said, I used to do it. You know, I did. Like, each one was like 30, 45 minutes. I just can't. It's a lot. You know, more power to the readers that can do it. More power to them. But I'm just gonna make it 15 minutes. And yeah, plus the extendeds. Yeah, I did. It was like 30 minutes on, like 20 to 30 minutes on the public thing, and then it would be like another 15 to 20 in the extended, depending. Because I was doing full readings with all of my decks. But I think what I'm going to do is make the horoscope readings very general, like a general reading, not specific. Like, it's not going to be, oh, twin flame or this or that. It's going to be general. Whatever the fuck comes out is what comes out. You know? So, like, if I pull from a deck, like, let's say I'm pulling from this, and I'm just pulling the cards that are at the bottom of the deck. So this comes out, right? So this could tell me that, and it just depends on the situation. This can tell me that someone, like a masculine energy, has gotten into their power, right? Because they released a lot of heavy burdens, and they stopped playing fuckboy shit, right? They stopped playing with all the little different options, and now they're wanting, you know, something solid and stable. They're wanting their happily ever after with the Queen of Wands. You see what I mean? Like, something like that. Like, whatever the fuck comes out is what comes out. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And this was not me reading. It's just me pulling shit out of thin air. I might do it just on love. I don't know. I think I'm going to have it where, like, in those 15 minutes, I touch base on a little bit on love and also career. I have had people resonate. So, like, I get a lot of people booking just general readings. Like, not love, not career, just general readings. And I go with whatever comes out, and they like it. And yeah, I don't resonate much with journal. The only one that I did was that recent one, and I put it on my stories by Chris. Corzini or whatever his name is. I resonated with that one. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go clean up a little bit. And then I'm going to start editing. I've also got some reading I need to do. But yeah, and the other thing is I want to prepare because, let me pull up a calendar. The 9th, so Friday is a new moon. So best time to release shit, right? Best time to start anew. So probably my story reading this week will be new moon stuff. Yep, release it. So the best way to release your twin, like I mentioned, is to release your attachment to the physical person. Realize that they are you, right? Realize that it's just your other self. It's you incarnated into another body, right? So just release it completely. Forgive yourself for anything. And that's just going to help you with that. And I know someone joined here. If you would like a reading, it is $15 per question on PayPal or $20 in Superchat. If you would like a full reading, I will do that here live on YouTube. You can look at my website and tell me which one you would like. And I do have a sale going on right now. Oh, okay. Welcome back. I'm probably getting off of here. So unless you want a reading, I'm getting off of here. I'm going to go do some editing stuff and all of that. Yeah. I think also, because I know I was talking about doing the horoscope readings and doing more pick a card readings. Like I said, I'm also going to start, like I said, posting more spiritual content as well. From the 15th through the 20th, but I'm blocked off from the 14th to the 21st. So I won't be taking any bookings after the 13th, and I won't take any new ones until the 22nd when I get back. Yeah, one thing I will tell you is when you release all attachments to people and you raise your vibration and you get into Zen, into balance, all of them will fucking come back. I'm just letting you know. Your exes will come back around. They will text you. They will reach out to you. So if you don't want that, block them. But yeah, they all come back. Twin or not, they all come back. Because they're attracted to the energy that you're vibrating at. It's intoxic. It's intoxicating. It's attractive. Like when you raise your vibrations and your high vibe, oh yeah, you attract all types of shit. So that's where I'm at. It's fun. So yeah, just be prepared for that. When you detach and release, that's what will happen. Very simple. Just don't allow it in. And see, people overcomplicate things. It's people overcomplicate it, like that it's some like big thing that you have to do. It's really not. The modalities that people do is really just to appease your ego mind. If you realize that, like, at a soul level, there is no good or bad, and like, this reality is just a puppet show for your enjoyment, you know, you don't really need protection, if you will. That's just like, I sage my house because it helps my son, but I could care less, right? Like, I don't need that anymore. Once you get to a certain level, you don't need a lot of the stuff like the crystals and the saging and, you know, all this stuff. You won't need it anymore. Well, you should let your heart lead, not your mind. See, most people think that the thoughts that they have is their heart, and it's not. It's your mind, it's your ego. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I've been on here over 2 hours. I'm going to go work on some stuff. And I will see you guys next week. Let me see, actually. Am I coming on next week? Let me look at a calendar. Yeah, I'm not coming on next week. So I will be on here the next time. Probably on the 25th. So on a Sunday. As far as being live on here, I'm going to post other stuff. And I might go live on Instagram this weekend. So on the 10th, probably on Saturday, maybe on Sunday. I'm thinking about just going live on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah, you guys will see me after the trip. After when I'm back. The hell? See, being a medium, guys, you guys think this is fun? Like, I just heard, like, knocking on my wall, and there's fucking nobody there. And that's why I said, what the hell? And, like, I heard something crinkling in the corner. And it's just a spirit. Like, this is my life. Literally. I don't know whose fucking ancestor this is, but there's somebody's ancestor in my room. It's not mine. They're just chilling in the fucking corner. Alright, whatever. So, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go work on some shit, get some shit posted. But yeah, I might be live on Instagram. I'll announce it if I am. I might go on there and do like live readings too. Yeah, you guys think I'm crazy. Like it's for real. Like sometimes I'm trying to sleep and some spirit will come in here and like wanting to talk to me. It's like, no, it's fucking sleep time. Go away. Bye. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Like I understand time does not exist where you are, but guess what? Time exists where I am. All right? So, there's been times where like there's a spirit in my room and they're fucking with me like that, like wanting to talk. And literally I tell them to shut up and I start throwing shit. Like that's what happens. I start throwing shit, like pillows and stuff. Yeah, it's like, go away. No, this is not the time to talk to me. It's not. You can talk to me when I'm in meditation in the morning. How about that? Or you should have fucking talked to me when I was in meditation before I went to bed. You can do that. I will talk to you then. Bye. All right. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go work on some shit. I will see you guys possibly on Instagram Live if I go on there. I'll announce it. I always do. I'll announce if I'm going to be on there. But, yeah. Bye.